nature connoisseurs were troubled by a thought. How is it possible that the same fertilized bee egg will turn into a worker bee after 21 days, and from another, after 16 days, a large, fully developed female, capable of fertilizing and laying eggs created? The answer to these riddles is royal jelly, the food of the queen mother. Young worker bees secrete a gelatinous, cream-colored substance with a tart taste in their throat glands. It is royal jelly that is used to feed the larvae of worker bees and drones during the first 3 days of their life. But the queen bee fed all her life. Royal jelly allows the production of bees from the same eggs, workers and mothers, that the queen lives 4 to 6 years, and the worker 30 to 35 days. What does royal jelly contain? The chemical composition of royal jelly fed to queen bees is very rich. It includes, among other things, sex hormones, which significantly affects the rate of larval development, size, fertility, and life expectancy. Typically, one colony receives about 100 g of royal jelly during the season from May to the end of July. Royal jelly resembles mammalian milk in the form of a thick paste that ranges in color from light cream to light yellow. It is characterized by a tart, sour taste and a specific pungent odor, is heavier than water, and has an acidic reaction. It dissolves well in ethyl alcohol, acetone, and ether. Obtaining and storing royal jelly. Milk is obtained from queen cells between mid-May and the end of July. Beekeepers use various methods to mobilize bees to raise young queen bees to increase royal jelly production in the hive. 2 to 3 day-old larvae are fed so abundantly that they swim in milk. In this way, the bees feed a dozen or several dozen larvae. From 5 such cells, about 1 gram of milk is collected. Royal jelly is an unstable product. It turns yellow and dries quickly when stored at ambient temperatures, and its biological activity is reduced due to the decomposition of many components. Bees consume milk regularly, so they do not store it for a long time. Fresh milk is sensitive to light and high temperatures. In an airtight container it retains its properties for several days at room temperature. Can be stored in the refrigerator at 0 to 5 degrees Celsius for up to 1 year. Milk can be preserved with alcohol. The most commonly used solution is 10% milk in 40% ethyl alcohol. Creating such a mixture allows you to store the finished product in an airtight container in a dark place for 1 year. An alternative is canned royal jelly with honey. To prepare the mixture, add milk to liquid honey in an amount from 0.5% to 5%, mix thoroughly and for a long time. The most effective mixture was considered to be honey with the addition of 2% royal jelly. Can be stored in a dark place for a year, and in the refrigerator even longer. Adsorption on lactose powder gives good results. However, the best method of preservation is lyophilization, which allows storage at a temperature of 0 to 15 degrees Celsius for up to 5 years. Effect of bee milk. One of the most important biological properties of royal jelly is the strengthening of metabolic processes and tissue renewal. This product enhances protein metabolism, increases the number of red blood cells and hemoglobin levels. It is assumed that the iron and zinc ions included in its composition contribute significantly to this. In the studies, subjects experienced rapid weight gain, increased vitality, accelerated puberty, increased reproductive activity, and increased life expectancy by approximately 30% compared to control groups. Animal studies show that royal jelly is a nutritious food that is easily absorbed by the body. These values are due to the presence of compounds such as amino acids, sugars, vitamins, bioelements, enzymes, and free fatty acids. Studies have shown that royal jelly accelerates the restoration of soft tissue, reducing the healing time of wounds and burns. It also influenced the renewal of cells responsible for bone healing and prevented bone decalcification after severe fractures. This resulted in bone fractures in experimental rabbits healing almost 3 times faster than in control animals. Royal jelly also has antibacterial properties. The fresh product has a bacteriostatic effect by inhibiting bacterial growth at a concentration of 20 mg per milliliter, and at a concentration of 100 mg per milliliter it has a bactericidal effect. It acts on both Staphylococcus aureus and split pneumonia, anthrax and tuberculosis bacilli, as well as E. coli. It has been found to inhibit the growth of pathogenic yeasts and molds. It is also known to be active against influenza, mumps and herpes viruses, as well as protozoa. 10-hydroxy-2-deoxynic acid and royalacin are mainly responsible for the antimicrobial activity. Royal jelly is good for the heart and circulatory system. Experiments on animals show that it accelerates the recovery of necrotic heart tissue after experimental infarction. In addition, it counteracts artificially induced arrhythmias in the heart muscle. Its effect on blood vessels is twofold. On the one hand, it clearly reduces blood pressure, which is due to the presence of acetylcholine in it, and on the other, it increases it by increasing the secretion of adrenaline. Based on this, it can be assumed that it has a blood pressure normalizing effect. Moreover, in experimental animals it has a strong anti-atherosclerotic effect. The significant influence of royal jelly on the hematopoietic system is often emphasized. Especially small doses of this product, up to 10 mg per day, increase the volume of red blood cells and the level of hemoglobin they contain, as well as iron in the blood serum. Animal studies show that when administered parenterally, royal jelly stimulates the immune system, thereby increasing the body's resistance to infections. Despite this, it was found that in diseases caused by autoimmune aggression, that is, self-destruction of organs and tissues, it reduces the production of antibodies against one's own cells. Based on this, it can be assumed that it regulates the body's defenses. Royal jelly has properties that protect against harmful ionizing radiation, which is mainly due to the presence of 10-hydroxy-2-deoxynic acid in it. Pharmacological studies show that it has beneficial effects on the central nervous system. Increases the activity of the cerebral cortex. This action is caused, among other things, by gamma-aminobutyric acid, which plays an important role in the conduction of nerve impulses. As a result, milk causes stimulation and a state of physical and mental restoration. Other properties of royal jelly include its anti-diabetic effect, preventing the formation of gout and protecting liver tissue from toxic substances. Medicinal properties and use in medicine. Royal jelly is widely used in dermatology. Recommended for the treatment of difficult-to-heal wounds, including bedsores and burns, seborrhea and seborrheic eczema, impetigo of the hands and feet. Also recommended for the treatment of seborrheic and dental alopecia. A good therapeutic effect is achieved after drinking milk for inflammation of the mucous membrane of the mouth, throat, tongue and gums, as well as for herpes. Increases the body's resistance to infections. Has an immunoregulatory effect. It causes a significant increase in the body's resistance to infections by stimulating the production of macrophages and gamma globulin. Due to their immunological properties, they are used for diseases caused by autoimmune aggression, such as glomerulonephritis, atopic, allergic, bronchial asthma, and rheumatic diseases. In children, royal jelly is used to treat anemia caused by iron deficiency. Increases the number of red blood cells and hemoglobin content. Royal jelly is used in the treatment of cardiovascular diseases such as angina pectoris, neurosis, post-infarction conditions, arterial hypertension, cerebral embolism, atherosclerosis, dilates blood vessels, lowers blood pressure, lowers cholesterol, increases the flexibility of blood vessels. Favorable results are achieved in the treatment of inflammation of the veins and hemorrhages of vascular origin. Oral royal jelly has a beneficial effect in cases of coronary heart disease, coronary atherosclerosis, and during the rehabilitation period after myocardial infarction. For example, taking 100 milligrams of royal jelly per day eliminated pain in more than 70% of patients with coronary artery disease after just 1 month. In addition, a decrease in serum lipid and cholesterol levels was noted. Good results have been obtained with royal jelly in patients with hypertension and cardiac arrhythmia. It is also successfully used for spastic conditions of the vertebral arteries and cerebral embolisms. Royal jelly is also used for the prevention and treatment of diseases of the digestive tract and internal organs. Duodenal ulcers are particularly sensitive to the effects of this product. It is used in patients with symptoms of colitis and in the treatment of various inflammations of the gallbladder, pancreas, and liver. It protects liver tissue from various types of toxic substances. It is used to treat the effects of alcoholism and to prevent cirrhosis of the liver. Effectively reduces blood glucose levels. It is also used to treat kidney and adrenal insufficiency. It has a diuretic effect, which helps in the treatment of obesity. It is useful in the treatment of ovarian failure and infectious diseases such as brucellosis and influenza. Royal jelly has also proven useful in treating certain respiratory conditions. Milk helps renew the bronchial mucosa and promotes better penetration of drugs into the lower respiratory tract. In addition, it is very helpful in preventing colds. Royal jelly has been successfully used for rheumatic diseases, including rheumatic diseases, rheumatoid arthritis of the spine, osteoarthritis, as well as neuralgia, migraines, and post-traumatic pain. Use in cosmetics. Royal jelly is also widely used in cosmetics. Due to its skin renewal properties, it is an important component of care and nutrition creams, lotions and lotions intended for dry, normal, and oily skin. Creams and balms with royal jelly stimulate cellular metabolism and normalize the secretion of the sebaceous glands. Milk has a beneficial tonic effect on the skin and also improves its hydration and elasticity. Its content in cosmetic preparations ranges from 0.5 to 10%. Milk dosage. Royal jelly can be purchased from pharmacies, herbalists, and health food stores. It is available in the form of lozenges, capsules, and syrup. Preparations containing royal jelly are administered orally, sublingually. This method is considered the most effective. Recommended doses range from 50 to 300 milligrams for adults, half the dose for children. Use in the morning, 1 hour before breakfast or 2 to 3 hours after dinner. It is best to take pure milk sublingually, hold it under your tongue for several minutes after rinsing your mouth. The course of treatment should last from 3 to 4 weeks to 2 months and be repeated once or twice a year. It is recommended to carry out 2 procedures per year for preventive purposes, supporting the milk with pollen. A mixture of honey and milk, 2 grams of milk per 200 grams of honey. Use a teaspoon of the mixture twice a day. Time, an hour before meals and 2 to 3 hours after dinner.